In a small, quiet village, everyone knew her name. But not her story. They talked about her, whispered when she passed, pointed, judged, laughed. To them, she was just that woman, the one no one wanted to be associated with, the one mothers warned their daughters about, the one men visited in secret, but denied in public. But what they didn't know was how she got there. Her name was Amina, and she wasn't always like this. There was a time she was just a simple girl, full of dreams, full of hope. She loved school. She wanted a better life, a different life, but life had other plans. She lost her parents at a young age, left alone, with no one to guide her, no one to protect her, no one to support her. The people who promised to help only took advantage of her, and slowly, piece by piece, her life started falling apart, until one day, she found herself in a situation she never imagined, a life she never chose, a life she was forced into, just to survive. And from that moment, the village stopped seeing her as human. They only saw her mistakes, but never her pain. And every night, as she sat alone, she asked herself one question. And was there ever another way? At first, she tried to fight it. She told herself, "This is not who I am." She looked for work, any kind of work, cleaning, cooking, anything honest. But every door she knocked on closed. Some people recognized her. Others had already heard the stories. And just like that, she was judged before she even got a chance. The same people who whispered about her were the same ones refusing to help her. And slowly, hope started fading. Days turned into nights, and nights became longer, lonelier, harder. Hunger became her reality. There were days she slept without eating, days she cried herself to sleep, with no one to hear her, no one to care, until one night, she made a decision. Not because she wanted to, but because she had no choice. Survival, that's what it became. Not a lifestyle, not a dream, just survival. And from that moment, everything changed. Men started coming, quietly, secretly, at night. The same men who passed her during the day, pretending not to know her, pretending she didn't exist. But when darkness fell, they came looking for her. And each time, a part of her disappeared, a part of her dignity, a part of her dreams, a part of her soul, until one day, she stopped recognizing herself. The girl who once had dreams was gone, replaced by someone the village now talked about, judged, rejected, used, but never understood. And even then, no one asked her one simple question. "Are you okay?" One evening, like any other, she sat outside her small room. Tired, quiet, lost in her thoughts. The village was calm, the sun slowly setting, and for a moment, everything felt still. Then, she heard a voice. "Are you Amina?" She looked up. It was a woman, well-dressed, confident, different from everyone else in the village. Amina hesitated, then nodded slowly. The woman sat beside her. Not too close, not too far, just enough to feel human. "I've been looking for you," she said softly. Amina frowned, confused. "No one looks for me," she replied. Because in her world, people only came at night, and never stayed. But this was different. The woman didn't judge her, didn't look at her with disgust, didn't whisper, didn't laugh. Instead, she listened. For the first time in a long time, someone actually listened. Amina spoke. Slowly at first, then everything came out. The pain, the hunger, the loneliness, the choices she never chose. And when she finished, she expected the same thing she always got. Judgment, rejection, distance. But instead, the woman held her hand, gently, and said something she had never heard before. "You are not what they call you." Tears filled Amina's eyes, because no one had ever said that to her. No one had ever seen her, beyond her situation. "I can help you," the woman continued, "but you have to be willing to change your life." Amina's heart started racing. Help? Was that even possible? After everything? After all the damage? After all the shame? She looked at the woman, unsure, afraid, hopeful, because for the first time in a long time, a small light appeared, in a life full of darkness, and she had a choice to make. Stay in the life that was breaking her, or take a chance on something she thought she had lost forever, a second chance. That night, she didn't sleep. Not because of fear, not because of pain, but because of something she hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. The woman's words kept playing in her mind. You are not what they call you. For years, she had believed the village, believed the whispers, believed the names they gave her. But now, for the first time, she questioned it. Was this really my life? Is this all I'm meant to be? The next morning, she made a decision. Not an easy one, not a comfortable one, but a necessary one. She chose to leave. Leave the place that broke her. Leave the life that was slowly destroying her. Leave the version of herself she no longer recognized. It wasn't easy. People talked. They laughed. They doubted her. Where do you think you're going? They said. You'll be back, others whispered. But this time, she didn't listen, because something inside her had changed. She wasn't running away. She was walking towards something better. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. And slowly, her life began to change. She learned new skills, found honest work, started rebuilding herself. Piece by piece. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't fast. But it was real. And one day, she looked at herself in the mirror and saw someone she thought she had lost forever. Her true self, the girl with dreams, the girl with hope, the girl who deserved better. And for the first time in years, she smiled. Not because life was easy, but because she was finally free. Free from the past, free from the labels, free from the life she never chose. And as for the village, they still talked. But this time, their words didn't matter, because she finally knew the truth. She was never what they called her. She was always more, and she always will be.